Welcome to a journey back in time, where we will be uncovering the dirty secrets and disgusting hygiene habits of one of the most significant periods in history, the French Revolution. From unwashed undergarments to infrequent bathing, it is safe to say that personal hygiene was not a top priority during this era. So buckle up and join us as we delve into the grimy details of what life was like for those living through the revolution. From foul smells to unhygienic living conditions, you won't want to miss out on discovering these fascinating facts. The French Revolution was a time of great upheaval and change in France. One of the most shocking things about this time period is the hygiene, or lack thereof. We all like to think that we are cleaner and more hygienic than people were in the past. However, the reality is that people have always been pretty gross. The French Revolution was no exception. People living during this time period had some pretty disgusting habits when it came to hygiene. For starters, most people did not bathe on a regular basis. In fact, it was not uncommon for people to go months without bathing. This was due to a number of factors, including a lack of clean water and a belief that bathing too often would strip natural oils from the skin. As a result, many people during this time period would have been covered in dirt, sweat, and other grime. In addition, dental care was also not a priority for many people living during the French Revolution. This is evident by the fact that many people at this time suffered from tooth decay and gum disease. This is likely due to the fact that people did not brush their teeth regularly, if at all. As a result, their teeth would have been stained and covered in plaque. Another disgusting habit common during the French Revolution was the use of chamber pots. At this time, there were no indoor plumbing systems in place, so people had to use chamber pots instead. These pots were used to collect human waste and then disposed of in a designated area outside the home. Needless to say, these practices led to some pretty repulsive conditions. Before the French Revolution, personal hygiene was not widely practiced in France. This was due to a number of factors, including the belief that water could be dangerous to one's health, the lack of knowledge about germs and bacteria, and the lack of facilities and resources for bathing. As a result, people often went months or even years without bathing. This changed during the French Revolution when hygiene became a political issue. The new government placed a high importance on cleanliness, and laws were passed mandating that people bathe regularly. Public baths were built, and soap and towels were distributed to the population. These measures helped to improve the overall hygiene of the country and reduce disease. The French Revolution had a profound impact on hygiene habits in France and beyond. Prior to the revolution, personal hygiene was not a priority for most people. This changed during the course of the revolution, as cleanliness became associated with republicanism and revolution. During the early years of the revolution, public baths were opened in Paris and other cities, and soap factories sprang up to meet the demand for this new necessity. However, by 1793, the Reign of Terror had begun, and hygiene habits took a back seat to more pressing concerns, such as survival. As conditions in France deteriorated during the revolutionary period, so did hygiene habits. Lice and fleas were common, and disease was rampant. The lack of sanitation meant that sewage flowed in the streets and garbage accumulated in homes. It was not until after the revolution that hygiene habits began to improve. With peace and stability restored, people could once again focus on personal cleanliness. Soap factories reopened, public baths were rebuilt, and new laws were passed mandating better sanitation in cities. Although it took some time for conditions to return to pre-revolutionary levels, the impact of the French Revolution on hygiene habits was significant and long-lasting. Cleanliness was not a priority during the French Revolution, and it is no wonder why. With little access to resources for basic hygiene needs, and with people's focus on more pressing matters of survival, personal cleanliness took a backseat. This lack of attention towards sanitation has had long-lasting implications that can still be seen today in areas where poverty is rampant and access to proper hygiene materials remains limited. It is important for us to remember this grimy past so that we can strive for improved hygienic standards worldwide and avoid repeating history's mistakes. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content.